Sound off.
1, 2.
Sound off.
3, 4.
Cadence count.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Betty Grable's on the loose, and Dailey's neck is in a noose.
So settle down, folks, here we go.
Strike up the band, on with the show, and sound off.
Or call me mister. It's a beautiful day, ain't it? So exciting and gay, ain't it? There's a beautiful hue in a beautiful blue. Call me mister. Lovely weather we've got, ain't it? Ain't too cold or too hot, ain't it? There's a beautiful breeze in the beautiful trees. Call me mister. There's a lift in the air. There's a song everywhere. There's a tangin', a bangin', just living. It's a beautiful time, ain't it? All the world is in rhyme, ain't it? It's a beautiful shore from New Jersey to Oregon. Just call me mister. Be so kindly, call me mister. Just call me mister from now on. Sound off 1, 2. Sound off 3, 4. Just call me mister from now on.
If you were in New York City that day, you'd remember that it was warm and sunny in one of the more comfortable summer afternoons. It was August 14th, 1945. And if you were like the rest of us, you were waiting. The world was waiting. Then, at last, at 7 p.m., what you and the world were waiting for finally came. That's how it was in New York. But to the War Department, the war was not over. No, millions of GIs on the battlefronts were just beginning to fight, to get home. And in Japan...
Where are we going? What's the dirty detail now?
Haven't you heard? They're walking us back to Iwo Jima to police up all the cigarette butts.
Nah, I heard they're marching us out 30 miles just to tell us something. Tell us what? To march back again. On a blade! Fire!
Well, thank you. All right. Now, this is your last stop before you hit the States. You're just waiting for your ship. Now, you're all hot to get going. So remember, stay on the ball. Just be smart and follow orders. All right, get to your barracks.
Hey, what about passes?
Yeah, what about the passes?
Well, if you're not on immediate shipment, you get passes into Tokyo. All right. You lucky stiffs. Fall out!
Do you speak English? Do you speak English?
Yes.
Oh, fine. Maybe you know a place around here, a fella could sell some cigarettes or shoes or soap, something like that.
Yes.
Thanks, you've been fun.
Yes.
CIC, Secret Service. I understand there's a lot of black market activity around here.
You gonna pull a raid?
Not so loud. Well, here's the way we work. I go in, sell them something. Follow that?
Yeah.
Then when I give you the signal, close in.
Check. What are you gonna sell them? Those?
Sure.
Tap dancing shoes?
Sure, you can't sell them something like cigarettes. They'd be too suspicious.
Is that so? Oh, see, you got a Purple Heart there with 2 clusters.
Yeah.
Where'd you get hit?
Where it don't show.
3 times?
Yeah, now come on, let's get on with the raid. All you gotta do is point out to me where the real black market activity is. And then when I go in, I'll sell them.
Now, look, buddy, let's just cut this out. All you infantry guys are alike. You think you can come to town and put something over on us? Just take your shoes and sell them back in the States.
Oh, now, look, Mac, I've been toting these things around ever since I quit being a civilian all over the South Pacific, and nobody asked me to dance. Now, look, all you gotta do is point the place out to me and forget you ever saw me, okay?
Right over there.
There?
That's the Red Cross. Go write a letter, you'll feel better. If I catch you on a black market, I'll run you in just like anybody else.
Thanks a lot. K. That's K. You like this?
Well, it's not
Now,
exactly...
lady, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick you out a piece of merchandise the likes of which you have...
Oh, shit.
Hi, doll.
Don't doll me.
What kind of a hello is this, honey? This is Chef, me, the one and only.
I know who it is. I've got eyes.
You certainly have. Come here.
I've got news for you. I don't like you.
After 3 years, what is this? You've been carrying a grudge. I've been carrying a torch.
A torch? You've got closets full of them. What are you doing here? How did you find me?
Oh, honey, you know that line. It's fate.
Fate, my foot. You've got a regular talent for fate, haven't you? All kinds. Betty Fate, Joan Fate, Sally Fate, Gloria Fate. And it was fate when you didn't show up for 3 days in Detroit.
Now, that I deny. I was playing a benefit in Chicago.
I saw that benefit. It had long red hair. There's only one thing about you that I'm sure of. I could never trust you.
All right, so I'm wrong. I was a stupid guy.
You admit it? That's a big switch for you.
Look, baby, after 3 years in this man's army, I'm a changed boy. I'm different. I know what I want now.
I know what you want, too. Look, I decided a long time ago that I was through with you. Is that being too subtle?
Don't buy that. But after that opening kiss, baby, we still got it.
Well, you can have it.
Now, wait a minute. You can't brush a guy off that's come 10,000 miles just to see you.
What?
Sure, I had a terrible time arranging it with my draft board.
Oh, with you, everything is a big joke.
Not everything, Kay. You know me better than that. I thought about you lots of times, every minute in combat. I mean, when things really got rough. And all there was just a prayer between me and a bonsai charge. And I was completely alone. That's when I really thought about you. And that's when you realize what things are important to you.
Really, Shep? A dancing shoe. Some combat, some foxholes. Shep Dooley, the angle merchant, dancing his way through the war. It was pretty rough on you guys in the entertainment service, wasn't it?
What? Oh, yeah, the entertainment service, yeah. Yeah, I'll never forget the time I landed on that beach with that piano on my back. What are you doing in this getup, honey?
I happen to... Never mind what I'm with.
C8? Oh, the civilian actresses, technicians. Well, you shouldn't be too hard to find.
Don't try.
Okay, when am I going to see you, honey?
You've seen me for the last time.
Wouldn't that just, how they say, ring the bell? G.I., Gee, I wish I had a GI who would let me be his GIRL. Oh, Japanese girl like American boy, too much, too much. Please no go, stay here in Tokyo. Always we worship sun, you bring something new. Now the man in the moon, he the honorable Mr. Wu. Japanese girl think American boy too hot, too hot. You know what, we learn a lot from you. Ooh, do you dig me? Solid Jackson. Yippee-I-yo, by cracky, for a hip little cookie. I cookie, sookie, yacky. On a night like this, we kiss, kiss, kiss. Never we make like such. Oh, Japanese girl like American boy, much too much, too much. Japanese girl like American boy, too much, too much, too much, too much. Please don't go, stay here in Tokyo. On a night like this, we kiss, kiss, kiss. Never we make like such. Oh, Japanese girl like American boy, much too much, too much.
Japanese girl like American boy, much too much,
too much.
Japanese girl like American boy like American girl like much too much, too much.
What are you unpacking for?
Didn't you look at the bulletin board?
No.
We're staying in Tokyo. They're holding us over indefinitely. Plush.
Swell.
Sure, for us. 2 of the girls have to go out into the sticks.
Who's going?
They're still waiting for volunteers.
Where do they have to go?
To Kyoto, some infantry division.
Kyoto, where's that?
Well, you go nowhere and turn right.
Is it permanent?
Might as well be. It's for a month. They have to stage a musical review. Say, what are you digging for? You're not going.
I am.
Hey, are you nuts? Don't you know when you're well off?
I sure do. That's why I want to go.
Tell me, young lady, when did you first feel this peculiar urge to travel?
I bumped into Shep Dooley this afternoon.
Dooley? You mean Joy Boy, the lipstick collector? Is he here in Tokyo?
Yeah.
Now, Kay, don't tell me you're going to bury yourself in the sticks to dodge that guy.
I was sure I was over it. Then suddenly we meet. We're kissing. Now I'm not so sure.
So you know what I think? It's L-O-V-E.
I don't trust him. I don't trust myself. I'm not going to let it happen anymore. I'm going to go see the colonel right away and volunteer.
Now listen, Kay, don't
Want to come?
to Kyoto? Not me.
Okay, see you in a month.
Hey, wait a minute.
Are you sure? Kay Hudson. Now, the blonde girl that dances, you know, she's built, man.
She's
like...
not giving the runaround, buddy. She left the show last night for Kyoto.
Kyoto? How far is Kyoto?
I don't know.
I gotta know. I gotta get back at midnight. Hey, Mac, come here, will you? How far is Kyoto?
Kyoto? How should I know? I'm from Cleveland.
How the Indians doing? You got a map in there?
Yeah. Tokyo, Yamaguchi, Kyoto.
Well, come in.
General Steele, this is Miss Kay Hudson
How do you do?
and Miss Billy Barton.
Hello.
I do. Sit down.
Thank you.
Oh, now, what can the 163rd Infantry Division do for you ladies?
Oh, sir, you remember the soldier show? These young ladies have...
Oh, from the USO.
Oh, no, sir. We're the Cats. We're with the Army. The USO brings talent over from the States to do shows, but we find soldiers with talent right here and make them the stars of our show.
Oh, I see. And you want to do a show with my men? Fine. We need entertainment here. You girls going to be in the show?
Yes, sir.
Good. Good. The boys will like that. After all, pin-up pictures only go so far, you know.
General, to put on our show, we'll need the cooperation of your division.
Well, certainly. Anything that we have or can do is at your disposal.
Oh, wonderful. We couldn't ask for more than that. Of course, the first thing we'll need is men. 40 men, to be exact.
40 men?
Yes, sir. We're putting on a musical review, Call Me Mister. And the script requires at least 40 men for its cast.
You've got 40 men. Lieutenant, take the ladies in to see my chief.
Yes, sir.
I hope you'll have a good show.
So do we, General. I promise you now we'll give it everything we've got.
That ought to be plenty.
40 men, eh?
Yes, Colonel, but not just any 40 men. 40 men with talent.
All of our men have talent. I'd like to see the regimental commander in charge of special troops. Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
He'll take you over to Lieutenant Colonel Edwards.
This way, ladies. Well, 40 men.
You better see Major McCall at battalion headquarters. Corporal.
Yes.
Show these ladies to Major McCall.
Yes.
Company C in the little hotel down the street. Captain John Comstock.
All right, Captain, see you now.
You'll be right out. I'll wait here.
Sit down. We'll be with you in a moment.
you sit down?
I am sitting down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, won't you? You sit over here, please. I do understand the division sent you to see me.
Well, this is C Company, isn't it?
Yes,
You're Captain Comstock, aren't you?
I am.
Then this is it.
I guess it is.
Well, Captain, I'll be brief.
Now, please don't.
My partner and I are cats, civilian actress technicians, and we've been sent here to put on a show for this division. We have to have your help.
Show? This is an engineer company. However, if there's anything I can do,
It's very simple, Captain. Just give us 40 men to put on our show.
40 men? Well, I'm sorry.
Now, Captain, your general was nice to us, your chief of staff was nice to us, your regimental commander was nice to us, and your major was nice to us. Captain, don't be nice to us. Just give us the men.
But, miss, that's a lot of men. That's a whole platoon.
To us, it's the whole show.
I know, but... Sergeant! Could we possibly spare 40...
Captain!
No, I'm sorry, miss. It's out of the... Yeah, what do you need with so many men?
Singers, dancers, scene painters, stagehands. We'll need every one of them.
I've got to admit, I haven't been faced with a problem like you for quite some time.
Captain, maybe you forgot, but right now our men got to collect and destroy enemy weapons, burn enemy planes, supervise the restoration of the roads, and at the same time maintain a water supply for the 1st Regiment.
Yes, I know.
All right, now they want to put us in the show business with a couple of dames.
Sergeant, you're absolutely right. Assign the 1st platoon to them.
All right. What?
Oh, thank you, Captain. You don't know what a long drag it's been from division headquarters to here. Well, the first thing we've got to do is audition the men.
Audition? Well, you'll need a hall. We have a gymnasium down the street in which we show movies. Sergeant, have the men report to the gym.
Will that place be big enough to put on a show?
For the show, we have a great big outdoor theater. We built it months ago.
Oh, that's wonderful. Have you had many shows here?
No. No shows, but that's the interesting thing about the Army. They always forget one detail. Yeah, I just thought of something. You don't want an engineer platoon.
Oh, right now, Captain, we'll take anything. You're the bottom.
I'll call the division band. Tell them I want a small jazz combination of 2.5-ton truck. Tonight after mess, we'll have the truck and the musicians report to the battalion mess area. Yeah, I'll show you how to get your men. Come on. I'll take you over to the mess hall.
Right now?
Am I too fast for you?
I don't think so. I think I'm a little ahead of you.
I've made out a list of the things that I've missed and wanted to do. And right at the start and close to my heart is the first of a few. And item number 1 is gonna be fun. I'm gonna love that guy like he's never been loved before. I'm gonna show that guy he's the fella that I adore. I'm ready! When he's in my arms again, I'll hold him close to me. I'm gonna lock him right up tight in my heart and throw away the key. I'm gonna kiss that guy like he's never been kissed before. And though I miss that guy, he's the fella I'm waiting for. We'll never part again. He'll hold my heart again forever and evermore. I'm gonna hug that guy. I'm gonna kiss that guy. I'm gonna love that guy like he's never been loved before.
Thank you, boys. Thank you. Well, you might as well know that we're a couple of designing females. We need you.
Here I am, baby. Come and get me.
We're here because we need all the singers and dancers we can get. And as a special added attraction, fellas, whoever joins us will be relieved of their regular duties for a full month. We're going to put on a big musical review, and there should be a lot of talent here.
You'd be surprised.
Now I want to hear you sing. Hit it, Billy. Everybody now. I'm gonna love that gal like she's never been loved before. Come on, fellas, give.
I'm gonna show that gal she's the baby that I adore.
Not bad, over by the truck, soldier.
When she's in my arms again, I'll hold her close to me.
You can move the scenery.
Right up tight in my heart and throw away the key.
Puffers, huh? Over by the truck.
Like she's never been kissed before.
Crazy.
That gal, she's the baby I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for.
Terrific. Over by the truck.
How you doing?
Great.
That's swell.
Love and gal, she's never been loved before.
Wonderful. Come on down. I'm gonna kiss this guy like he's never been kissed.
That gal, she's the
Keep singing.
We'll never part again. She'll hold my heart again. Forever and evermore.
I'm gonna love that guy like he's never been loved.
Gonna love this gal like she's never been loved.
I'm gonna love these guys like they've never been loved.
Never been loved
before. Now, I'm going to need more men than I already picked, so if any of you other fellas are interested, you better come up here and sign up, okay?
Come here.
Pots.
Over out there, the voice of the theater is calling.
The Pots.
Sergeant, this is bigger than the Pots. They're calling for me out there, you fool, you. Don't you hear them?
The Pots.
Yeah, but...
The Pots.
Yeah. Remind me to have a dull conversation with you sometime. The Pots. The Army made a man out of everybody but me. Me, they made a housewife. Darling, don't move. Just stand there. Let me drink you in. Darling, did you miss me? Listen, beloved. They're playing our song. La 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 la. Why, you're blushing. Come, let me cool you off.
Well, it's a little late for regular chow, but how about a nice order of bacon and eggs?
I'll take mine scrambled.
Yeah, I'll fix them myself.
Hey, Sarge, I'm finished.
All right, you're through.
Yippee!
The Pots.
Oh, gosh. Look, I live with these things all day. What do you want me to do? Tuck them in, too?
Yeah, and tell them a bedtime story.
Tell them a bedtime story. What did you think I am, an idiot? Once upon a time, there were 3 little pots. Here, here, and here.
When a pilot returns from the sky above, what does he get? A girl he can love. When a sailor returns from the briny deep, what does he have? A date he can keep. Lieutenants and generals and captains and majors have time for romance when they're through. But the powers that be, when it came down to me, gave me you. يا غزال كيف عني يبعدوك يا ليل. You don't know what I said. This is my lament to the pots and pans. I wash the pots at 6 a.m. The cook's here at 6:30. He purposely starts making breakfast just to get him dirty. While he keeps using different pots, I carefully observe it. Why can't he lump the chow together? That's the way they serve it. What have I done? Why must it be that I should serve this penance? Why must an army eat, especially sergeants and lieutenants? I'd rather be there in the fight, a noble and heroic sight, bombs exploding in the sky, shells and bullets streaming by.
You scared me. Hark, can that be the face of the man I love? Ah, Skillet. Skillet, Skillet on the wall. Tell me, who's the bravest of them all? How true. Look at those eyes. And that chin. And that mouth. And that nose. Yeah, what do I care? I'm better looking than that sergeant any day. I'm better looking. You're better looking. And. Hey, what are you doing in that pot, kid? Come, let me take you out of all of this.
I see the pan of the girl of my dreams in the pot I hold in my arms. I never expected to see her reflected with all of her beautiful charms. I see the pan of the girl of my dreams in the pot that I hold in my
tried to tell me that you were just something coming over the radio.
Hey, I gotta be in your show. You gotta give me a part. I mean a part in the show.
You're in. You're booked.
I'm booked. Back in show business. Broadway. The shuffling crowds. The nightclubs and the taxi horns and the bright lights and it's my name up in lights.
Easy, boy. Easy.
And look at you. Why, you're the breath of Broadway. You're beautiful. You're like the moonlight over the Weehawken Ferry. Why, you're the rush hour of the 8th Avenue subway. Hey, come over here and crowd me. Stay where you are and crowd me. Kidding aside, when'd you leave New York?
About 2 months ago.
2 months? For me, 5 years. 5 terrible years of fighting through muck and mire. Hiya, muck.
Hiya, mire. That joke, it's been longer than 5 years.
Oh, forget the joke. Listen, you gotta talk about the big town. What do you say I take away from all these squares?
I'd like to, but I've got a date with some scrambled eggs in there.
Scrambled? Hey, I know where you can eat. Steaks, French fries, civilian coffee.
Well...
Hey, come on before the sergeant finds another pot.
I'll have to go talk it over with Billy.
Oh, boy.
I can't promise I'll go. It depends on what Billy...
Remember me?
What are you doing here? How did you find me?
You need some new material, Dailey asked me the same question yesterday. Well, say you're glad to see me.
Do I look it?
Well, now, looks are deceiving. Besides, you always were a pretty good actress.
Never this good. Where'd you get those?
Entertainment service. They gave them to the first 10 guys in the chow line.
Purple Heart. You were wounded 3 times.
Don't ask me where.
Shep, Oh, what on earth were you doing with that dancing shoe?
Look, doll, I came an awful lot of miles just to see.
Where did you really get those medals?
Let's talk about it at dinner, huh? A guy just hit me to a joint down the street where they got steaks, French fried potatoes, and real civilian coffee.
Hey, you're going to dinner with me. What kind of a character is this? First he wants to steal my girl, now he wants to walk off with my restaurant.
Well, we can talk. We got some 3-year-old questions to ask each other.
Hey, I know another restaurant. They got broiled lobster with drawn butter.
Were you really in the fighting?
Save that question for the steak.
In foxholes?
No, honey, in a restaurant would be more comfortable.
Hey, I was in foxholes too. What about me?
Not tonight, Max. Some other time. I'm a visitor here. Be nice to the tourists, huh?
No, Shep, I can't. I'm very happy to see that you got through the war safely, but as far as you and I are concerned, let's be honest about it and say it's over with.
Yeah, let's all be honest. Go ahead, say it.
Okay, it's finished. I didn't want to believe you yesterday, because when you're alone, you start making plans for 2. But you're right, I'm irresponsible, and I don't blame you. But look, now we understand each other, huh? I still came a long way from Tokyo, and I'm hungry. You've got to have your dinner. What can you lose?
Well, no, Shep.
Oh, come on, we'll just eat and talk.
All right, but that's all we're going to do. Eat and talk.
You could at least say goodnight.
Did you say broiled lobster with drawn butter?
Yeah.
I just love lobster.
Too bad the joint just closed. Are you from New York?
Almost. Newark.
Newark. Come on. I know we can get some pretzels with drawn beer.
Good night.
Good night, Ed.
No, Shep. This has gone too far already.
You're right. It has gone too far, hasn't it?
We don't want to start this thing all over again.
Well, that's the last thing we want to do.
Because it's no good. We don't want to be foolish about it.
That's right. We don't want to act like a couple of kids, do we?
That's right. When something is over and done, we might as well be grown up enough to admit it.
Yeah.
We don't want to start it again. No.
Well, I was only kissing you goodnight and goodbye.
Shh. What's the matter?
This door is locked.
Oh, no. It must be after midnight. They locked the door at 12.
What time?
Shh, not so loud. This place is off limits.
12:03. I'm due back in Tokyo 3 minutes ago on AWOL.
AWOL? Oh, why did you have to come in here? I don't know how I can get you out of here now. That's the only exit.
You got a window in your room? Let's go. What they got you in here? Jail?
We're females with the Army. It's not the enemy we're afraid of.
Yeah, well, what time do they parole you?
They unlock the door at 6 in the morning.
6 a.m.? Well, I can get back to Tokyo by noon. I can tell them I got back early and forgot to turn in my pass.
Just a moment. You don't think you're going to spend the night in here?
Well, just a moment, you don't think I'm going to spend the night out in that hall, do you?
Oh, you and your eat and talk.
Leave the door open so we can talk. Say, doll, whatever happened to that trip to Reno? You never filed for the final papers. At least I don't think you did. I was never notified.
Well, I was going to. If you hadn't been drafted so soon, I was going through with it then and there. But it wasn't being patriotic.
Just like I thought. We're still married.
Only on paper.
Oh, no. I am still a man of responsibilities. I got a wife to take care of.
I'll take care of myself, thank you. Don't forget, we're separated.
Yeah? Not by much, though. At least this trip hasn't been wasted. I found out one thing. You still love me. Say, you've been putting on weight. So long, Tom.
Goodbye, darling.
Thanks, Mac.
It's okay.
You?
Yeah.
Well, where were you? Man, you better get out of here.
What, they miss me?
Miss you? Well, they were yelling your name all over the place. Your outfit sailed. Same thing happened last week. Poor guy. Got a year of hard labor.
How long ago they ship out?
I don't know. Sometime after supper. Man, your head's really in a sling now.
For one measly day?
1 day, 1 week, same thing. 1 year.
Yeah, well, not for this boy. I'm taking off. If they want me, they can come looking for me.
What, you're nuts? First MP that sees you, you're dead.
Well, if I got special orders, I'm dead.
How you gonna get special orders? You got contacts in headquarters or something?
I don't need any contacts in headquarters. All I need is a typewriter on a sheet of paper. I've been in the Army 3 years for nothing. And you can tell them to me not to bother forwarding my mail. So long, G.I.
All right, fellas, on stage. Come on, come on.
Hey, the boys are knocked out. Let's go home. How long do you want to rehearse them? They'll be singing it in their sleep. They are singing it in their sleep.
We're just getting it the way we want it. Just one more time, fellas. That's all, I promise you. And this time we'll do it with all the business and props. Hit it, Pete. There goes the introduction, boys. Are you ready with the steam, Joe? Okay. How about the wires, Jimmy? Swell. Now bring on the telephone poles and trees. Get that panorama moving, Bill.
This train is the going home train, this train. This train is the going home train, this train. This train is the going home train, never more to roam train. This train is the going home train, this train.
Click-clack, 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 she's going. This click-clack, 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 she's blowing. This click-clack, 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 no slowing.
This train is the going home train, this train. Let me off at my station, porter, please.
Let me off at my station, porter, please.
Got me pay short, I'm looking for a girl who knows home cooking.
This train is going home, this train.
Bound for Washington, New Orleans, Kansas City, Siwash Junction, Wichita Falls, North Platte, Seattle.
West, south, east, west, or north, and up and down and back and forth.
Oh, this train, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard. Gonna raise me up a family, have some kids that all will look like me. If we guys have our say, we'll throw these clothes away.
This train, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard, get aboard.
Did our share for liberty, did our share for liberty. Up the guys who would destroy it, now we're going back to enjoy it. This train. Casey Jones, lean on that throttle stick. Roger. Make it fast. I wanna get there quick. Engineer, please make it roll. Wanna see that old familiar kitchen door.
This train is a going home train. This train is a going home train. This train is a going home train. Never more to wrong train. This train is a going home train. This train.
This train is the going home train. This train is the going home train. Going home, going home.
Oh, that's fine. Perfect. Keep it that way. Good night, fellas, and thanks.
Where are you going? Not home at this hour.
I'm tired.
Yeah, and you're worried. I've been watching you all day. You're taking this show business too seriously. You have to learn how to relax. Let me be your teacher.
Johnny, you're a company commander. What would you do with a man that's a few hours late on pass? Would you court-martial him?
No. Company punishment? KP, maybe. If that's what you're worried about, he'll be all right. So you got a fella. Well, that's logical. That's my luck. Johnny come lately, Comstock.
Just KP, huh? Thanks. You know, I think I'm hungry.
Good. Be my guest at the officers' club.
Oh, thanks, Johnny. No, it wouldn't be fair. There's that other fella. I'll just grab a bite in the mess hall.
But I like your company.
I'm an awful waste of time.
Why should you worry how I waste my time?
Okay, just as long as you know the score. I'll change and be right back.
And I'll wait for you.
Well, where are we going?
I thought we were going to... Where's the captain?
Who needs captains? You got me, remember, from the other night?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've already got a date. I was just going out with the captain.
That guy? Say...
Hello, Populus.
Yes, sir.
I'm really awfully sorry. Do you mind?
No. Not at all. Just one of those things.
Hiya, Stanley.
Boy, I could have been one.
One what?
An officer. They begged me to go to officer school. Who? Who? My mother, my father, my sister. Yeah, but I couldn't go because I didn't have a college education. And I could have gone to college.
I know, if you'd gone to high school.
As far as I go.
You're very nice, Johnny.
I'm supposed to say that to you. When am I going to see you again? Off duty, I mean.
It's a bad bet.
Whoever this fellow is, you're certainly crazy about him.
Well, yes and no. Let's just say he's on trial.
And he'd be upset if he knew you're out with me?
I hope so.
Well, this is your chance to find out. Tomorrow night.
Johnny,
It's my gamble. You can't lose.
okay. It's a long shot.
Tomorrow night, then.
Good night.
Good night.
Shep,
I'm waiting up for you.
you shouldn't be here.
How about a kiss?
Shep, what's the matter? What are you doing here?
Well, read this.
Staff Sergeant Shepard Dooley assigned in grade on detached service to 163rd Infantry Division at Kyoto until completion of duty. Transportation and rations for eat. How did you do this?
You remember me, Shep the Angle Merchant? I'm going to be in your show.
Well, didn't they do anything? Weren't you late?
No, company never knew when I got back. I don't think they care now.
Well, this is sensational. You'll be here for a month.
You lucky girl, now life won't be so dull.
Oh, is that so?
Well, you know it is.
It hasn't been dull. It wasn't dull this evening. He was very charming. And he was very attractive.
Well, good for you. Come here.
And I've got a date with him tomorrow night.
Okay. You know, I believe you meant it. Who are you kidding?
Shep, this is off limits.
Give me the light cue when you're ready. I'll give you the music cue.
Excuse me, this sheet taken?
No.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Quiet.
Oh, sure. We wouldn't want to miss any of this.
They used to do this number together on Broadway.
They did? Who did?
Kay and Shep.
Oh, Kay and Shep.
Music.
I just can't do enough for you, baby. No wish that I would deny. I wanna make your dreams come true, baby. May not succeed, but you know that I'm sure gonna try. I'm sure gonna try.
And anytime you're feeling blue, baby, can't find your place in the sun, there must be something I can do, baby. I know that keeping you happy is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Like to have you round me, you give my life a flavor.
Give it that everglow. Every time I look at you, you do my eyes a favor.
How sweet it is to love someone so. I'll brush aside a cloud or two, baby.
to a vine.
I just can't do enough for you, baby.
Gotta get your lucky star to shine.
Yes, and who can smile, and that's enough for me, baby.
You, baby, mine.
I just can't do enough for you, baby.
No wish that I would deny.
I want to make your dreams come true, baby. Gotta get your lucky star to shine. Yes, and who can smile, and that's enough for me, baby.
You, baby, you,
baby.
you, baby, you,
baby,
you,
baby,
See, you found yourself a leading man.
Shep, this is Captain John Comstock, Sergeant Shep Dooley.
Hello, Captain.
You're a fine dancer, Sergeant.
Thanks.
Where'd you find him?
Oh, he found us.
Good enough.
Well, excuse me, I've got things to do.
You can report to the orderly room, Sergeant. C Company. They'll fix you up with rations and quarters over there.
So you're working your way into this act, too, huh?
Oh, it's you. How was your date with Kay?
Date? Don't ask me. You got the wrong boy. Ask the captain. Look, you're a captain and you're a sergeant and I'm just a PFC, but this is a democratic army. It's all right if you want to take her out one night and you take her out the next night. But the third night, you could at least put in a good word for me.
Give me 3.
3. 1. The works. All I got. 4.
4. Call you?
You call. 2 pair. 10s and 3s.
8s and kings.
Nice.
Here, live.
Gee, thanks. Got a light?
How you fix the socks? Here, take these back. I don't want them.
Oh, I couldn't.
Oh, go on.
Well, I just couldn't. I mean, it isn't right. You want
I don't
them.
believe in gambling. Take them back.
Yeah, but you want them fair and square. Gee, you're a real guy, you know?
Sure, we're all real guys in the Army, Stanley. Gotta look out for your buddy, you know?
You bet.
You'd help me, wouldn't you?
Anytime.
Sure, like right now?
I'm your man. You got a problem?
Well, it's not a big problem. It's just that for a week I've been trying to get my orders out of the orderly room, and I can't do it alone.
What do you want to get in the orderly room for?
I know I can trust you. Those orders are phony. I'm AWL.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear a thing you said. Nothing. I don't want any part of this.
Stanley, we're buddies.
No, you can have your cigarettes back.
Yeah, but you told me there's nothing you wouldn't do for me.
And that's what I'm going to do. Nothing. Look, this is illegal. This puts my good conduct medal in jeopardy.
No, Stanley, you don't really have to do anything.
That's
All
good.
I want you to do is to help me think of a way of getting the first sergeant out of the orderly room long enough for me to get my orders. Now, that's all.
That's all.
That's all.
Get the first sergeant
out of the orderly room long enough for me to get my orders.
That's all.
Yeah. Now, we got to think.
Well, hello. Get a load of those big, beautiful eyes.
Come here. Hey, don't I know you from Kansas City? Ah, for goodness sake, it's Hortense. I should have known. She was my blind date. The good-looking one.
I got it.
Huh?
Hortense. Hortense, I love you. And I love you, too.
I don't understand what you got against Hortense.
It's nothing. I just don't like blondes. I don't like her living up there.
Oh, I don't know. After a hard day in the field, she's sure nice to come home to.
Yeah, well, that's the trouble. She comes home to everybody on the 3rd floor.
Oh, well, that's just her nature. She just snuggles up to everybody she runs into.
Yeah? Well, besides, it's too noisy up there. When she's around, why, last night, 5 guys come in at midnight and give her a bath. Besides, I'm tired of her. She's always hanging around. As a matter of fact, she's up there right now.
What do you mean? Somebody takes her out every night.
Hey, keep your eye out for the sergeant. I'm going in here.
Yeah. Hey, what do you know? I found my service record. How about that? My blood pressure's normal. Hey, and my... Hello, Sergeant.
What are you doing there?
I'm playing first sergeant.
What was his dog doing upstairs?
Playing dog? How do you like Hortense? Isn't she beautiful?
All right, get out of here.
Yeah. Well, let me help you, Sarge. It's too bad. It's locked.
All right, did I tell you to get out of here? You still here? What do you like about this place?
Well, I just...
All right. Just sit down at that desk over there and start copying off those lists of Japanese rifle numbers.
Hey, how do you expect me to read these? They're in Japanese.
Don't read them, just copy them.
How do you like that? An American-born Greek copying Japanese numbers in English. Boy, is this army gonna be mixed up.
Jay? Is that you? I thought you had a date tonight.
I thought so, too.
It's a late date.
1 hour late.
Well, I'm sure he wouldn't stand you up. Not intentionally.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Really? Which brings me to a leading question. How long are you going to continue to wait?
Johnny, are you busy tonight?
I'd rather have you tell me.
You're busy tonight.
You know, you may have forgotten, but you've owed me this date for over a week.
boys, let's try it again. Billy? Okay. Da, 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 da. Crack. Wait there a minute, fellas. Now, this is where the boys dance on.
And then the girls' voices come in.
Oh, the girls, did you get those girls?
Oh, all we need. Nurses, wax, Red Cross girls.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, you and Pete can work it out together, huh?
Okay. Let's try it again, fellas, huh? Come on. Da, 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 da. Crack.
Dooley, the members of the cast are supposed to be here at 9 o'clock.
Don't beat on me. Not today. I'm in no shape.
Sergeant, we don't care how the men spend their off hours, but we do expect them to report here in condition to work.
Dollar, would be impossible for you to believe where I spent last night.
With you, I don't have to guess. Take 5, boys.
Call me mister.
Lovely weather we've got, ain't it? Not too cold or too hot, ain't it? There's a beautiful breeze in the beautiful trees.
Call me mister. There's a lift in the air. There's a song everywhere. There's a tank in a big bang in just living. It's a beautiful time, ain't it? All the world is in rhyme, ain't it? It's a beautiful shore from New York to Oregon. Just call me mister from now on. You're gonna call me mister from now on.
Now turn it off, will you? Even a dog gets out of the doghouse once in a while.
Shep, I want you to understand this once and for all. The only thing that you and I are going to do together from now on is dance, and that's final. Shep!
Whoa.
Oh, Shep, are you hurt?
Oh. I may never dance another step.
I'll get a doctor.
I don't need a doctor. I need you.
Why, you big faker. And I fell for it.
Well, one good fall deserves another.
All right, you win. But this is your last chance.
Guess what? I'll take it.
All right, boys, let's run through your number. Clear the stage, everybody. Hit it. boys. Don't wear yourselves out, though. Save some of that for the show.
You free tonight?
Hey, I'll pick you up at 8.
I was just checking.
I don't mind.
Good. Now keep it up. Who's sergeant of the guard tonight?
Rodriguez.
Well, change it.
To whom? We don't have any more sergeants left.
To Sergeant Dooley.
He don't pull guard, sir. He's in the show.
He does tonight.
I better tell him now before he takes off.
Corporal, tell Sergeant Dooley's on guard tonight. And you can tell Rodriguez he can have overnight leave.
Sergeant!
Yes, sir.
Changed my mind. Take Dooley off guard and put Rodriguez back on.
All right. But, Captain...
Do as I say.
Yes, sir.
All right. Where's Rodriguez? He's back on guard.
Hey, you'll never find him now. He took off out of here like a big old bird.
Hey, what's the snafu? I don't pull guard.
All right. Take it easy, Dooley. There's been a little mix-up.
Yeah, I thought so.
And because of the mix-up, you're back on guard.
I got a date in 25 minutes.
You got a date in 5 minutes down at the motor pool.
Hey, Stuart, do me a favor, will you?
Yeah.
Go over to the cat's billet and give this little note to Kay Hudson.
Yeah.
All right? Now, don't forget.
Okay.
Number 3. Wet. Harch. Up. Oop. 3. Up. Say, is Kay Hudson still in there?
No, but she might be over having breakfast.
Thanks. Oh, hey, is Kay Hudson having breakfast in there?
What did you say, Sergeant?
Hey, Lieutenant, is Kay Hudson having breakfast in there?
No, Kay Hudson is not having breakfast.
Thanks.
Sergeant.
Oh.
Gee, I hate to see all this beauty going to waste. I get the feeling it ought to have a calendar or something under it.
I guess that's the only way city folks see sights like these, on a calendar.
I wouldn't know about that. I happen to be a farm girl myself.
How's that?
8 years. After vaudeville died, my folks bought a little truck farm. I throw a mean pitchfork.
What do you know? I never would have guessed it. A farmer's daughter. In civilian life, I was a salesman.
You were?
Yeah, my father and I have an automobile agency in Gettysburg.
Gettysburg. That's a nice town. I guess I'm a hick at heart. I always feel at home in a small town.
Do you ever think you'd like to go back to living in the sticks again?
Sure, sometimes. Then I begin to miss Broadway.
Yeah, I think that's a nice part about Gettysburg. It's a small town, still it's close to the big city.
Maybe that's just the kind of setup I need.
I'm offering it, Kay.
Johnny. What's this?
It's an application. It's Army permission to get married. This is a GI proposal. Marry me, Kay.
You're making a mistake, Johnny. You've just been through a war and you're lonely and far from home and you've met me. You only see the things in me you want to see. I'm not the girl.
And you love Shep Dooley?
No, I don't love anyone. If I loved anybody, it'd have to be someone like you. I don't love Shep. He's irresponsible and he's selfish and he doesn't love me. But I happen to be married to him. Johnny, you don't deserve a deal like this. If I had any idea you were thinking this way, I'd have told you. As a matter of fact, the only reason I've been seeing you is that Shep and I are separated. We broke up shortly before he was drafted. And it's all over. I've made up my mind now. After all, we were apart for 3 years. I didn't need him. I didn't miss him. It didn't bother me a bit.
You keep talking like that and you'll be sorry. You're liable to be talking yourself right into a divorce and into Gettysburg all at the same time. Come on. You keep them. Call them a souvenir.
You're off limits again.
I just want to tell you about last night. I pulled guard duty.
Yes, of course. All the boys in the show get guard duty every night. I'm sure you have Stanley waiting outside to confirm it.
Well, if that's the way you're going to believe me, I guess I've had it.
That's right. We've both had it. We're not going to have it again.
Just a minute. I'm still your husband you're talking to, you know.
My husband? When it's convenient to you, you're my husband. I'm through with one-way marriages.
Just like that. Poof. Well, you've been fun. I think I get it. You give me the brush off of that nothing captain. Well, I gotta give him credit. He did a real job.
No. You did the real job. All by yourself. Johnny just helped me to see it.
Johnny just helped me to see it. Handy boy. Don't you know what he's after?
What he's after? I'll tell you what he's after. He wants a wife. He wants to be a real husband.
Oh. You married him. That's a laugh.
Yeah. It's pretty funny, isn't it? Pretty funny that someone should want to offer me a home with a decent marriage based on trust without having to be afraid to raise a family. That's a part of being married that wouldn't occur to you, would it?
Well, if that's all you want, why don't you say so? I'm willing.
Really? You'd do that for me?
Sure.
You never did anything that wasn't good for Shep Dooley in your life.
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
Yes, of course. You angled your transfer up here to help me.
You might say that.
I might if I were stupid, but I know you. I'm willing to bet you did it just to duck some dirty detail back in Tokyo.
Sit down a minute, Doc, because I got a big news flash for you. That dirty detail you were talking about consists of walking around in civilian clothes in New York. That's right, I was in a replacement depot in Tokyo, and I skipped out of my shipment home just to come up here and be in this show with you.
Skipped out on a shipment?
Yeah.
In other words, you're trying to tell me that you've been over the hill for 4 weeks?
That's right, they're looking all over Japan for me right now.
And those special orders you showed me when you got here?
You're phony.
I see. And for the past month, you've been fooling me. You've been fooling Captain Comstock and the entire 163rd Division.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Good night. Get out!
Let's go.
Oh, don't forget to have that screen ready for my change.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, not a sign of Shep.
Oh, he's getting even with me. He's going to show me, and it's a pretty rotten way to do it.
It's going to be a great show with no leading man.
Johnny, have you seen Shep Dooley?
I certainly have. I'm afraid our boy's in little trouble.
Trouble? What kind of trouble?
2 of my boys picked him up last night coming out of the off-limits billet.
Do you know something about this, Kay?
Well, yes, he came to see me. I told him to come.
Well, didn't you know that was against regulations?
But we had to fix one of the sketches. It didn't play right.
Yeah, I know, but he's still subject to court-martial.
I knew it. It's Shep, isn't it? I told him, how long can a guy be AWOL and get away with it? AWOL?
Stanley!
A wall, you know, a big wall around a stockade.
I think I'll go check Dooley's record. I'll see you later, Johnny.
Is Shep Dooley AWOL?
Guess he is.
Well, I'm sorry, for your sake.
But what about the show? There's no show without him.
Shep will get 10 years for this. That's me, brother. When I do something right, I do it all wrong.
Johnny, isn't there something we can do? Can't you stop him? Maybe you could talk to the general or something. There's still time.
I could try, I guess. I do owe him a break. Because of me, he had to walk guard the other night. I'll see what I can do for him.
He didn't lie to me. He was on guard. He is AWL. Oh, Stanley, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, about as wonderful as a weekend pass on Okinawa.
That Shep's music, he's on. Stanley,
What?
come on, you get out there and do something.
Do what?
Come on, anything.
What
Get
are
on
you
the stage. Come on.
I was I was asked to come out and say a few words to you. Gosh, I hardly know what to talk about, except that we're going to be going home pretty soon, most of us. And, you know, thinking about going home, my thoughts go back to the days of basic training. What a life. I could hardly wait to drop dead. But it wasn't bad, like the Boy Scouts. You know, we used to lie around in bed till 5 o'clock every morning. It gave you plenty of time to get washed and dressed and make the bunks and so forth by 5:10. And at 5:15, we would stand outside and shiver while somebody blew a bugle by electrical transcription, yet.
Say, he's good. He's kind of cute.
And then after we were reasonably chilled, we would crawl through the darkness back to the barracks where you had nothing to do until 7:30. So you just lie around, scrubbing the washrooms, mopping the floors. This is known as passing the time of day. And at 7:30, the commanding officer would show up. And he'd say, "Men, you are ready for the intrigue, the adventure, the romance of army life, the hike into the hills." And he'd go back to bed. So from here, the sergeant would take over. If you are an enlisted man below the grade of sergeant, I don't have to tell you what happens when the sergeant takes over. Suddenly, this man becomes a 7-star general. He knows everything there is to know about the Army. He's got a few pointers for the Navy, this fellow. He decides in which direction you're going to hike, how much you're going to carry. Everything is left to this mental giant. So he smiles and he winks and he says, "Light pack." Well, I'm new. I don't know what that means. I nudge your fella. I say, "What is that, light pack?" Your fella says, "You're lucky. Nothing. Essentials today only. Essentials. That's a gun and a bayonet, knife and fork and spoon, the meat can, the canteen. You have to eat and drink. You stop to eat and drink, you got to have someplace to sit, so you carry a tent. Tent must have a post. Post must have pegs. Pegs a sledgehammer to drive the pegs, a shovel to make a ditch in case it rains, and a fire extinguisher in case of fire. You weigh about 912 pounds, and you take a short hike into the hills until noon. 12 o'clock noon, somebody hollers, "Company, halt!" The sergeant is lost. So they send out a searching party for him. And here, they divide the company into 2 classes. Those who have athlete's foot, those who have a cold. And if there's nothing wrong with you, look out. They send you to the guardhouse for impersonating an officer. Wait a minute, fellas. Wait a minute. Seriously, kidding aside, there's no life like military life. And believe me, I know, because...
I had never felt the slightest thrill of popularity until Uncle Sam with finger pointed said he wanted me. Since he wanted me, I thought I'd be polite and go to war. Besides, I'd be a hero, not a zero anymore. A sentiment clear to each one here.
But remember what the first columnist, a Greek named Aesop, who lived 2,000 years ago, wrote. You can't make an nylon pocketbook out of a pig's ear! Exclamation point, unquote. That's a fact I did not note. I could see myself with dates, every night a different girl. What a life I'd lead when I became a Janarero. I was a jerk before I got into the service. I was a jerk who women found a bore. When you wear civilian duds, it's like parsley on your spuds. It looks nice, but they all ignore it. But in the army there's a chance for glamour and romance. Now the girls love to swarm to a swank uniform. That military magic does its work. Take a look at me, I'm a PFC. Still a jerk.
You couldn't get him. Oh, Shep, what will they do to him? Shep.
Andy let me have him just for the opening tonight. Don't get your hopes up. He's committed a serious offense.
Shep, will you do something for me?
It's already been done. You know what you wanted. You got it.
This isn't what I want. I want you, Shep.
Yeah, well, somebody else wants me too.
I don't care about anybody else.
Hey, Johnny, I've got some information on this guy. How do you like that? His Army records were shipped to the States when his unit sailed, and some overworked clerk at the separation center processed them through with his company.
I don't get it. What does he mean?
I think it means I'm a civilian.
Means he's out of the Army.
He's been out of the Army for weeks. I've got no claim on Dooley.
When you call me that, call me mister.
Come on, boys.
Air Corps, yeah. They got wings and we got shoes. Look at them up there. I bet he even took a bath this month. Oh, they ain't soldiers. They're Harvard men. I heard when they ain't flying, they go around singing. You don't say. Sure, and when their voices get tired, they go into their bar and drink nothing but the finest wines, while beautiful girls serve them the fanciest foods. Pheasant, grouse, spam under glass. And that ain't all.
Gentlemen, the usual gentlemen. Roger! Champagne all around.
Oh, not again.
Every day champagne.
Menus, tonight's menus, gentlemen. Menus, tonight's menus. Menus,
Caviar, hors d'oeuvres, tidbits.
What's on for tonight, Chet?
The same old swell. Oysters, vichyssoise, filet mignon.
Really? You know, sometimes I think our chef isn't Air Corps. The way that peasant can ruin a lobster thermidor.
Cigars, cigarettes, novelties.
One has so many distractions. Shall we?
Of course. The ship, the squadron,
the blue lady of the clouds.
It was really a bully mission today, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely peachy.
Too bad, though, that Merriweather had to spoil things a bit.
Yes. Why did he break formation just as we were flying over the newsreel photographers?
Merriweather did that? Gad, I can't believe it.
Shh. Here he comes now. Hello, Jock.
Hi there, Tad.
I'm terribly sorry about what happened out there today, Jock.
Oh, forget it, Mary. Have a drink.
Oh, don't try to cover up for me. I know what you're thinking. Well, it's true. But it's not that I was afraid. It isn't that I was afraid of being afraid. I wasn't even afraid of being afraid of being afraid. I wasn't even...
You're heading into a cloud bank, old chap.
Trouble is, I've got so much on my mind. Look at me, 22 years old and still only a major.
Don't worry, I was once a major myself. Why, it was weeks before I was promoted.
Oh, but there are other things. I keep worrying about my father-in-law in the infantry.
Oh, we understand, Mary.
You do? You sure it's all right? You laddies really feel I'm Air Corps?
Of course. Shall we drink on it?
Of course. The sun, the wind, the sky,
the blue lady of the clouds.
And for this, I gave up a steady job with a man of distinction.
Have you heard, you chaps? Do you know who's coming to take charge of the squadron? Who? Well, the hottest pilot in the Corps, Ackerman. Ackerman? Ackerman. Well, the man's a legend. By the way, Mulday, did you hear about the time he was surrounded by 20 Messerschmitts?
They all dived at him at once, and a few short bursts took care of the first 18.
And when his machine gun jammed, he took out his pistol and bagged the 19.
And when his motor conked out, he parachuted into the last jerry cockpit and finished him off with his nail file.
How did he get home?
Sheer morale.
That must be him. I mean, he now. Look at that landing, no hand.
And look at that plane, no wing.
What a superb pilot. He's here.
Yes.
Son, flying. And he's even younger than I thought.
Really?
Wait till you see it. And here he comes.
At ease, men.
Why not stop the Army Air Force? Paper here. Here you are, get your late edition of the Evening Star. It clearly states you'll soon be hanging on the phone once more, and Saturday night has come into its own once more.
For love is back in business, right back to normal, and business is fine. Frails are out with dominant males again, and the moon is ringing up sails again, and the wolves are wagging their tails again. Uh-oh.
It's so evident love is back in business. Follow the fashion by falling in line.
It's the same sweet merry old chase again. Get lost in someone's embrace again. Yes, that extra special caress that can convey what a letter couldn't say. Shadows in the dark, the night is boy and girly, so get out and do your moonlight shopping early. The bench in the park that used to be so lonely now is playing to standing room only. Love, love, love knows all the answers. Go get your baby, I'll go and get mine. We'll go out and dance every dance again. We'll go home wrapped up in romance again, and we'll steal a little kiss, grab a little hug, have a little fun like the fun we do. Oh, love is back in business, and it's nobody's business if we do.
Shopping early, the bench in the park that used to be so lonely now is playing the standing room only. On your date, we're celebrating.
shop on top of the world again, where your dreams are being unfurled again.
And as advertised, you'll be surprised what a penny's worth of dreams